Today we're going to be talking about how my guy was in love for 10 years and still had his heart broken. Like, that's a long, long time. I remember the first day he told me about it. It was like we were walking down and he was just telling me the story. And I'm like, this story has not finished. It was so long. But I'm excited for him to share it with us on the podcast today. And so I'm talking about no other person than my friend Chuks.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to be here. I feel so excited. I feel so honored to be here.
Aww.
Thank you very much.
I feel honored to have you, and I think I did it wrong by not saying your nickname. So, guys, I'm going to go again. I'm introducing to you Chuki Lala, meaning
Chuki is sweet.
Chuki is sweet, yay! Okay, yeah, that's his nickname in case you're wondering. And no, I do not know how he came about it. But let's start from there actually. How did you come about that nickname, Chuki Lala?
Okay, I think it's a very unique name that just happened. So I was with a group of friends. Normally, I love gisting with people, telling stories and everything. So one of them just hailed me, "Hey, Chuki." So I was like, this sounds so good. Like, why not just adopt this name? So I was like, okay, Chuki. So the Lala came later on when being as a sweet guy, like being so sweet to people, girls. Like being a very soft, nice guy to people. People are like, ooh. And I'm sure that we've all tested.
Who are the all that have tested?
Like, what I mean, nice meals. Like when you test a nice meal, you'll be like, ooh, la la. Like, this is sweet. Ooh, yeah. So we see all that in advertising. Maybe noodles, you see, oh, no, like, ooh, la la. Like, boom, cash. All those kind of.
Yeah.
Yes, all those kind of stuff. So I was like, people just give me this compliment. Oh, you're a nice guy, you're cool. Most people say you're sweet. And so I was like, that is the Lala we go with the Chuki. So I then had to construct it to Chuki Lala. Like, I then add the meaning. Chuki is sweet. So you just have to know where the Lala is coming from. Like, it's from this sweet guy. Like,
I love it. I like the fact that you thought about it.
I thought that's creativity and innovation.
Actually, it's a guy. So much creativity and innovation into actually thinking about a nickname. I don't think that I've ever thought about my nickname so deep. When people ask me, how do you come up with Jessica Fortunes or even Jessie? And I'm like, it just made sense to put it together because they are basically my name. So I just, for Fortunes, I just added S. Yeah. And I just moved ahead with my life. But to think that you have a story, Chuki Lala, Chuki is sweet. Yeah, are you this sweet?
Yes, I'm not sweet now. At least you have to still test yourself for that test.
And like, you've tested yourself?
Like, I just know that, yeah. I believe what they say. Just to an extent, I believe because I always like being happy. And I'm happy when you love yourself, you know that you know you're sweet. So loving yourself. So you have to love yourself for other people to love you too.
That.
So when you love yourself, you transfer
it to other people. Well said. I definitely agree with you. And I think that I've known you now for the past 3-4 months. So it's fair to say that, I do see that you are a nice person. But also, I know that people, especially men, struggle with when people say you're sweet. Because when they say you're sweet, you're a nice guy, to most people, it connotes that, you're a man who is not strong, you're not masculine, you're not a bad guy, you're just maybe somebody that girls would just tell, do this, and you're going to do it, and do this, you're going to do it. Like somebody that is just basically anything goes. You don't have a stand for yourself. How does that make you feel? Or have you ever had that kind of like, people think that way about you?
Okay, I'll start by saying, for instance, sugar, we all know sugar.
Yeah.
And for sugar to be sugar, it has to have a value. Mm-hmm. So you cannot just say sugar is sweet and it doesn't have a value. So me, I know that I have a value in me and I respect humanity a lot. So while though I've experienced people taking me for granted, being like, I'm not using head, I've experienced people thinking I'm not smart enough to know when they trick or play around me. But I just sometimes I overlook it, and that doesn't mean I'm weak because I don't think I deserve to give in all my energy on what people really classify. Do I just try to just be? I don't do it to please people. Just be humanity, respect humanity, be nice to people, respect people. So that's the sweet I'm talking about. So the sweet is not overdoing or making people notice me. Just be kind to people. Say kind words to people like, oh, wow, you're looking so beautiful today. You're looking so nice today. Oh, I love your dress. I love your top. Wow, you have a beautiful smile. Just keep it up. I think
Yeah.
other people will like it too. All those kind words like keep people going. Like you don't really have to be like, okay, I have 5,000 with me, or I take 4,000. No, that is not being sweet. Understand? That is being, I don't know, but you're trying to sell what you are not or something like that. So being sweet, I've experienced people taking me for granted. So they will be like, okay, he's a cool guy. Anything goes for him. So let's just try. But during the process, maybe you might end up finding out, what I thought about him being a weak guy or loose guy. I still have my opinion. Maybe when you come up with something that I see is not good enough, I'll be like, no, let's try it this way. It's good this way. I'm talking from experience. But if it's a position that I just have to let's allow it happen. Let's learn together, or let me relearn, or let me see how it goes. So sometimes I still allow people to just do that thing, and me, I keep being myself and being real. So that doesn't change me. That doesn't change my personality and all that.
I like the fact that you spoke about, the fact that, yes, you're not going to spend time trying to convince people with their own opinions, and you're not trying to please anybody. It's a you thing, like, you're naturally a good person, you're naturally a calm person. Like, this is how God created you. So you're not about to go and say, I'm about to change myself. And you also give us a definition of being sweet, which is you're just a person who likes to respect people, who is calm, who is this. And of course, when people try to take advantage, I think that's actually something. When people try to take advantage and it's like, oh, then they get there and they realize, he might be calmer and sweet, but you can't take advantage of this guy.
Yeah.
Chuki lala. He knows what's up, lala.
Yeah.
One person once told me, one of my bosses once told me, there's power and so much power in being underestimated.
Yeah.
Because people don't see you coming. They think that this person, it's not going to do anything. They think like they have an idea of what you're going to do. And then when you get there and you just do something else, they're caught unawares like, shit, I did not see that coming. So I actually think that it's a very rare privilege that people don't actually realize. But it's great to know that you are very aware of it. And so, you're just waiting for people like, I'm a sweet guy, but just try any rubbish. Try any rubbish and you will see. You will see what you're looking for.
You say like Port Harcourt, Lagos, Onitsha. You just
exactly. That's it.
Anyone just choose.
He's telling us that he's a combination of Port Harcourt, Lagos, and Onitsha. That's Anambra. Guy, you are loaded. One in a million. That's why you're lala.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the relationship part. My guy, that's the gist of today. Okay. Why were you in a relationship for 10 years?
Okay. Though I grew up listening to love songs like Backstreet Boys, Westlife, Celine Dion, and I grew up listening to those songs, and they got a place in my heart. Like, oh, listening to them make me feel, wow, indeed, love is a beautiful thing. Like, I always get lost in emotions. I always think about the future. I always just lost in imagination. Like, maybe there's hope. Like, gives me this perspective of, wow, I would like to have a
relationship like that.
Beautiful family.
Yeah.
So when you listen to those kind of songs as a little boy, it just creates all those kind of imagination in your head.
Mm-hmm.
So until I started listening to until Love is a Beautiful Thing by The Bunch. So I was like, so convinced. Like, okay. At least our own person don't tell us love is a beautiful thing. Truly, let me just believe him.
Don't get it twisted, love is a beautiful thing.
So
believe at your own risk.
I'm like, that's true. Love is a beautiful thing. So let me just believe. And I normally we go to church as a little boy.
Yeah.
I and my siblings, we normally go to church service and everything. So there is this young lady in my church service. Then we are together in this kind of, how will I put it, youth forum, like youth program. So I always see her as a decent girl. I always see her as a very lovable person. She's just calm. She's respectful. She's just there. Plus all the West life and everything I always been listening to. So I was like, I think this kind of lady is the person they've been talking to me about. So I started having this imagination. So whenever I listen to those kind of songs, I thought about her like, okay, started building up in my mind. Okay, let me try. Let me talk to her. Maybe we can just be friends. So we started up as a friend. We started up like friends, church friends. I'm going to church service. So are you coming? Yeah, yeah. Just being the normal nice guy, caring out, checking out for her. And it grew to an extent that I was like telling my friends, okay, look at what I'm feeling. As a young boy, I was so excited and finally, these songs are coming to pass. Okay. I told them like, okay, look at my feelings. So I have feelings for this girl. So I just like the way she behaves. She's just calm, respectful. She's organized. I just like her. So they were like, friends always push you. Go now, go for her. Bad guy. It's not me. I go do this one. I go do that in that language. Okay, let me try. I started building up. That is another work for me. Started building up confidence and that was another work for me. I started building up confidence. I started trying to reassure myself that I can talk to this girl. At least since she's responding to me as a friend, let me just take my first move. So I took my first move and she was like, okay, let's just be friends now. Let's just be friends. Understand? Let's just be friends. And then I was in SS2. Yes, SS2. So I'm a bit active. Let me say this. I'm a bit active. So I've grew up to
grown up.
know, grown up to know, okay, I can have a girlfriend now.
Yeah.
So I took the move and I told her my plans and she said, no, let's just be friends. Say it's good like this as friends. I was like, okay, this one no work. I stepped back and did some kind of strategy. And down to my strategy took, and my strategy, I'm this kind of, I know how to have patience. And I don't just rush into things. Let's do. No. I just take my time. I'm like, okay, let me wait. She said, no, maybe her mother or her parents told her, don't talk to boys or something. So it took me like some 2-3 years to reassure myself, okay, maybe I'm mature enough. Okay, you're done with secondary school. Let me try again. And going for her, I was so genuine about it. I was so genuine to the extent that I was not having this mindset that most guys will want to have. Let's just run our thing and run away and go.
Yeah.
So I was so genuine. Like when I discuss about the future. Okay, how many kids would you like to have? Okay, after your first degree, which school do you want to school?
Was she your first love?
Yes.
Aww.
Yes. Okay, which school? After your first degree, what next? Are you going for masters? Like we talk a lot of things about potential, family, and everything. So it got to an extent. I started introducing her to my family. Like I'll tell my sister, look at my friend. Like families were now getting involved because me, I was so excited about her. So as a calm guy now, patient, like just trying to create my strategies. So I told her the second time. She said no. That let's just be friends. So we are just friends, but that our friends, there's some kind of friends you know that this person like you, but he want just stress you.
She's playing hard to get.
So I was like still persisting, like, okay, let me keep on trying. So and during that process, you will never know that like we are just so cool, so there. So when the whole thing started was when she gained admission. So when she gained admission, so and during the process, to be honest, I did a lot of work.
Work.
I did a lot of work. I go to friends. Your elder brother is in UNN. Borrow me UNN pass question. Your sister is in final year or year one. Give me just
trying to help her.
Yes.
Wow, guy, this is like 3-4 years after the first no.
After the first no.